Hi, everyone. This week we're going to study linear perspective. We're going to start with one-point perspective. Here's the assignment, one-point perspective, 9 boxes due on Friday. Here's a little bit about linear perspective. Linear perspective, as a means to create the illusion of 3D space on a two-dimensional surface, was developed during the Renaissance period in the 15th century. For this assignment, you will first draw a horizon line. That's a horizontal line, like so. Can you see this? That's the horizon line. It's also actually your eye level, and it moves up and down with you, depending on if you're sitting or standing. I want to show you an example. Okay, we're in the module right now for this week. So I'm scrolling down. I want to go next to look at the example. This is a great example of one-point linear perspective by Leonardo da Vinci, called The Last Supper. Okay, so here Leonardo has put the 1 point, it's called a vanishing point, on the horizon line. Here's the horizontal line, the horizon line. He's put the 1 point right at the forehead of Christ. Okay, and you can see that all these lines are meeting at that 1 point. Now those lines represent lines and planes that are perpendicular in actuality to you, the viewer. Or another way of saying that is planes or lines perpendicular to the picture plane. The picture plane is the whole canvas. Okay? What they are actually, in reality, they would be perpendicular. But in 1 point perspective, all these lines appear to be meeting at the same 1 point. And like I said, in this case, the 1 point is in the center of the composition, right about on the forehead, just above the eyes of the Christ figure. Okay? So that is a very good example of 1 point. Now, the 1 point happens to be, in this case, the center of the composition, right in the middle of the horizon line. That's the way the artist intended it. However, the 1 point does not have to be in the center. So let's look at another example. Okay, so this road, the lines, right, of the road, the edges of the road, the medial line here, are all going off to the right. Okay, so here's the horizon line in the distance, and where all these lines are meeting, everything on the road, the grass here, the other side of the grass, the lines at the tops of the trees, if you drew a line at the top of all these trees, all those lines will meet at that 1 point, as you probably know by now, right? But as you can see, it is right off to the right on the horizon line. So if you could see through the trees, you'd see a horizon line here, and the 1 point is over here. So this is just so you understand that that can be, that 1 point can be wherever you are. Okay, the 1 point really represents where you are viewing the scene. So in this case, a photographer was standing here on the medium line, in the grass, the median, all right? So he doesn't get run over by a car, right? While he's taking a picture. So he's right, or he or she is right here taking this picture. Over to the right, he wasn't or she wasn't going to be right in the middle of the road, right? Okay, so I hope that helps. What I want you to do is follow the video tutorial that's in the assignment. So go back to the assignment. Okay, let's go one more time back to the assignment. Here's the assignment for this week. Here is the video tutorial. Okay, you're going to follow that. Watch it through once. And then you're going to do the exercise yourself. You're going to draw a horizon line. And then you're going to draw 3 boxes above the horizon line, 3 boxes on or spanning the horizon line, and 3 boxes below the horizon line. Okay, so that's 9 boxes. Okay, I strongly suggest that you start with the face of the box, whether it be a square box, a cubic box with a square face, or a rectangular box with a rectangular face. Start always with that shape. Start with a shape that is parallel to your view or to the picture plane, like so. Okay, I hope you can see this. Not sure what you can see. All right, so I'm going to draw that a little bit darker. This is an example. What I'm drawing now is an example of a box, the beginning of a box, that's spanning the horizon line. Okay, it's spanning the horizon line because the bottom of the box is below the horizon line and the top of the box is above the horizon line. So that's spanning the horizon line. Okay, let's say you're going to start there. Start with the shape. It's a square or a rectangle. All right, once you have that, you're going to connect the corners of the square or rectangle to the single vanishing point. So I'm starting you off here, but you're going to continue drawing. First, follow the tutorial, which will review what I just showed you. Okay, so here are the lines going from the corners to the one vanishing point. Now we have to end off the box. That is not a box right now. That's just a rectangle with 2 diagonal lines meeting at one point. So to make it a box, we need to add another vertical line, like so. Okay, so now it's a box. You can erase the lines going to the vanishing point. Let's do that. Okay. So I erase the lines that were, I call those structure lines. These are the lines you don't see after you've drawn the box. Here's the box. All right. And the last thing I want to show you is remember to shade. You need to shade every box. Okay, in this case, I'm going to say that the light's coming from the upper left. And so I'm going to shade the front of the box because the front of the box is turned away from the light. Okay. Now I'm doing this in real time, so sorry if it's taking a little bit longer than you would like. Okay, I want it to be nicely shaded. Please, using the shading techniques we've gone over in class a lot, right? We spent a lot of time on shading, especially pencil shading. Remember the circular strokes. It should not look sloppy. It shouldn't have a lot of white space showing between the strokes. That would be sloppy looking. All right, that's why I'm taking my time here to show you, just like I would if I were in class showing you. Okay. All right, I'm almost done. There's no need to make a variation on this plane. You can just have one simple or one solid tone. You don't have to change from one side to the other, just one solid tone on the plane that is facing away from the light. Okay, so this must look a lot more solid to you than it did before, right? Okay, you see there's one down below that's like a square. We would do the same thing, only this one being below the horizon line, you're going to see a little bit of the top of the box. So remember, the box is a three-dimensional object. All right, so I'm going to quickly do that, and I'm just starting you off now. You're going to have to do the work yourself when you go to the assignment, and do the tutorial as well. Okay, so here's what it looks like first. All right, first you draw the shape, the face of the box, the front. Then you connect the corners to the one vanishing point. It's still not a box. All right, so we have to draw a vertical line here to end off the box and a horizontal line at the top, and I'll show you. And then I'm going to sign off, okay? All right, so I'm drawing a vertical line to show the side of the box, trying to make it straight, parallel with the first vertical line I made. And now I'm drawing the top of the box, adding horizontal line that is parallel to, guess what? To the horizon. Where does that word come from? Horizon and horizontal, right? Okay. So I'm going to make these lines a little darker so you can see them. Okay, so now we see a box that's below the horizon line. We see the top of the box. We see the side of the box. We see the front of the box. We can erase now the lines that are meeting at the one point. And then you will shade. I'm not going to take the time to shade this. You all should know how to shade this box with the light source coming from the upper left, right? Okay. All right, well, that's all for now. I think this is going to be easy for all of you, and you should all do a great job. Okay, the next assignment next week is going to be 2-point perspective. So we'll have another little demo on that too, and you'll see a tutorial as well. Okay, well, have a good week, everyone. Okay, bye for now.